Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, as you see through the thumbnail, I'm gonna go over the talent trees of the mage heroes for Season 1 and Season 2. I mean, it's gonna be the same because Season 2 have no mage heroes, but yeah. But before that, I wanna give you a small tip, okay? So, in this event, for example, we have, what is it? We'd say 5th? Oh, here, yeah. So, for example, this thing has spent 5k.4 minutes of speed ups, okay? And maybe, for example, you're in a situation like I could speed up this, I could speed up that, but there's no reason for me, to be honest, to spend so many speed ups to do those things. Now, in the other hand, I started cooking these two technologies for the next strongest lord. So what I've been doing is, like, let's say, for example, we're missing here almost 1k minutes, okay? So the tip is you go here, and rather than use all, you just click a bit. That's pretty much it, you know, like you click here, how many, see, we're just missing 2 more hours of speed ups. Okay, that's it. And that way you get your quest completed, super easy, and you're not really missing, like don't need to do 8 hours, for example, you know, and you're preparing this in advance because, like, with me using already speedups for this, it's making it so whenever the SLE day comes for power up event, I don't need to spend as many days because I already did in advance. If I were to speed up this, which for me has no value currently, I will still have like 3 more days on each of these techs for when SLE comes, okay? So there you go. A small tip for you. Let me check the rewards. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still debating what to buy now. Like, I already got the gold heads and the artifact keys, so I'm debating a bit on what to do. I will decide later. So let's go to the topic of the video, which is talent trees. I gotta give a disclaimer, okay? Talent trees are a bit unique to each person, okay? Because I might see something that I prefer and I consider more valuable, and another player might give you another advice on the talent tree. Because the issue with talent trees is that they are hard to test out, okay? Like, for example, I could make a talent tree for Lilya, test it out, then make another talent tree, I test it out. One gives me better results, but the honest truth is that it doesn't really need to be because of the talent tree. Because, for example, we have RNG with the skill, you know, like maybe AI proc more times this skill in one report than in the other. We have the pets, you know, so it's hard to really know what's the best talent tree, but I'm gonna give you what I think is the best ones. Okay, so the heroes we will go over today is Lilya, Velyn, where is it? Waldyr. I mean, I guess I could do Atheus, but yeah, like, I mean, sure, let's do Atheus too, even though mine is level 1 and I didn't even bother. I'm not gonna bother with this guy because it's the same as Velyn, okay, like talent 3 is pretty much the same, and I will go over Waldyr versus Lilya, because I do believe there's a bit of a change to do, okay? So let's start with Lilya, talent 3 for Lilya. This is the one I'm currently using. There's 2 mistakes here, okay? So if you want to have the best talent tree, you just make those 2 changes. First one, this. Remove this. The 6% march speed is way more valuable than 1.2 defense, okay? Especially for PP. Mages are incredibly slow, so if you can get like an extra bit of march speed to move around, it's gonna be way better for you. Then we're gonna take the skills. Why do I have this? What talent tree is this? Nah, I'm actually just resetting this. Like, what? This talent tree is actually cooked. So yeah. See, I'm just gonna do it from the get-go. March speed, we take the HP, we take this. Now, for me, skills is probably the best talent tree in the game. So here you will could debate between hero skill damage and HP, but because you have a lot of range and your main source of damage is skills, I'm going with this one. Here is like, there's no debate here, you just go for rage. And in this one, you're gonna go with this one, okay? Because every time Lilya casts a skill, in my case Velyn, which is my secondary hero, will deal extra more damage. I don't know why I selected this. Like, this feels so weird. This is not better, like, only 20 rage per skill cast is not enough. This is way better. And see, I'm gonna fix this. So I had this because I was testing out. This is great, the issue is 2% is too low. And this is better. The reason I selected this and why I wanted to test this out is because With this talent tree, we get a reduction or normal attack damage in expenses of an increase in hero skill damage dealt, while this is straight up just raw increase in damage. But yeah, 2% is too low to be honest, and like the normal attack of mages, like except for example if you're using Magrat Zeta, otherwise the normal attack is irrelevant to be honest, and you just wanna go full hero skill damage. So we'll take this. Now we're gonna take this, okay? Hero skill, like having more crit on your skill. Whenever you get the crit on your main hero skill, like the numbers just go insanely high. It's super strong. Now here comes a bit of a debate. Like this is the chance to crit, and this is increasing that damage crit. These two are good, okay? This probably is more like this probably gives you more damage, like overall, probably because it's more stable. The issue is it has a 5-second cooldown, which I feel is a bit high. But then again, mages tend to live like for a long time, so it's way better than, for example, in caps. So pretty much 20% chance to gain synergy, increasing hero skill damage dealt by 2%. In total 10% for 5 seconds, which is super great to be honest. But I prefer to go with this. I feel like, look, this probably gives you less DPS, which is damage per second, if you like calculate every single fight during a long period of time. But this talent tree, whenever you hit with a crit, it's gonna hit hard as fuck, and you're gonna melt the enemy. So yeah, I'd go with this one. Now, final one. Both of these are good. I choose myself this one always, especially for mages, because for caps is debatable, but for mages absolutely this one. So 60 damage factor is too low. Bear in mind it's hero skill damage, so for example talent trees like this one increase the damage output, but 60 is just like the baseline is too low. While here we have 0.5% damage increase for every single hero skill. Mages tend to live like a long time in the battlefield. You're probably maxing this out. This effect lasts until the battle ends. So here's the thing, like if you see that you're not constantly hitting, this is losing a lot of value, because then you cannot stack 8%. But as I said, if you see some of the PvP videos I recorded of later seasons, like mages are constantly hitting because they kinda hit for free, to be honest. Like the only issue is if you lose all the frontline, like all the infantry, then at that point you need to do the dance back and forward, and then maybe sometimes you may lose the buffs. But overall I consider this better. So yeah, I'm gonna take this, and it's pretty much straightforward. Here you can make a choice, to be honest, which is between the 75 percent, like the 75 rage every time you cast a rage skill with a 25% chance, or the march speed. To be honest, I think both are good. If you want more damage output, this is the way, but I think probably this for PvP is better, okay? This allows you to be faster to places, like when, as I said, when you're like targeting enemy mages and they are targeting you back, this allows you to move in and out faster. So I think overall for PvP this is better. Now, this probably ends up being more damage output. The 75 rage is actually quite nice, to be honest. 25% chance is a bit low, but this in theory has no internal cooldown. So for my playstyle, because I'm mainly caps and I cannot put as much micro effort into my mages, I'm gonna go with this. But if you're gonna be looking at your mages all the time, I think you can go with this. You will react faster. You like the lack of march speed to retreat from ugly. Oh my god, I was scared. From ugly situations won't be as critical. But yeah, both of these are good. This is a bit on your own. Then here is no debate, skill damage. And then we have defense penetration before casting rage skills, ignoring 10% of the target's defense, or 8% chance to add an additional target to rage skills that deal damage to multiple targets. 8% is super low, but still, I do believe this is worth the chance. Like, this is literally a 2x output on your damage. Like, straight up, you're right now doubling the damage with an 8% chance. If this procs, you just double the amount of damage. The issue you have with this one is, first of all, 10% of target defense is not like an insane value, but the issue for me is that like 30-second cooldown is it's too long, to be honest. I do believe it's too long. So for these reasons, I prefer this. Now, what do we do with our last point? You can take this if the enemy has a lot of infantry, 1% extra damage. I mean, it's not gonna change the battlefield, but yeah. But I prefer this pick here, okay? 20% chance to get 2 extra hero skill damage dealt. So yeah, this for me will be your PvP talent tree for Lilya. As I said, there are small modifications you can do, like take the Rage rather than the March Speed, for example. Rather than taking this, you can take this one if you want more stable damage, and for the last point you can choose Infantry if you want. Apart from that, yeah, I'd go with the rest like this. Let's move into our second hero, Velyn. So again, see, I did Mage's talent tree at the start of the game and I didn't even bother to check them again. How many? Oh, this is free. Oh no, it's not free. Oh no, yeah, it's free. Bro, what is this? Like, it says talent trees cost 1 book, then it says it's free. Like, okay, it's free. Nice. Then we're redoing it live. March Speed, as I said, I explained it before. So I really like the PvP tree, especially for mages. I do believe this PvP tree for mages is super great, and I will explain later on why. Control tree, I mean, for me is a bit mediocre, to be honest. Now, this one is kinda nice for mages, and I will explain why. The issue for me with the control talent tree is, like, silence is great, but like only silencing 1 march and for 2 seconds is not a big amount of time, and removing a buff effect from the target legion like every 20 seconds, like the cooldown is so big, I don't think it's worth. Mages talent tree, I really like energy boost, and then this is kinda nice. Like, if you would check here, is a 10% HP buff for 5 seconds with a 30 seconds cooldown. This is a 15% HP buff, 10 seconds cooldown. So obviously you go with the magic full tree, because then again, defense break for 10%, we already spoke about that, it's not worth. So for me, Velyn, you either like this one, I really like, because the damage dealt by your legions while in battle by 1% for every 10 seconds to a maximum of 3 seconds. As I said, because mages last so long in battles, it's very likely that you're gonna get it. Now, what am I gonna build? For me, it's clear that I'm building this way, okay? Like, look at this. Like, I made the comparison between the HP ones, like, in case you were wondering, like, do I go full PvP 3 on Blessing of Fury? No, if you want the HP from there, you just get this one, it's just better. But I really like this skill, so we're gonna build towards it. Again, in this case I prefer the March Speed, but if you want full raw damage, you go with that one. We take this, we take this. Now here will become a bit of the tricky part, okay? The shield 200 factor, useless, don't take it. This is nice if the enemy has some infantry, but I prefer this, to be honest. Why? As a, like, probably as a mage, you're either getting hit by caps or enemy mages, and those deal hero skill damage. Reducing that damage will make your traits better and will make you survive longer on the battlefield. So for me, this is the best pick. Now, what do we have here? We have you take more 0.5 more hero skill damage, but their attack is increased by 0.5%. Useless. Don't take more skill damage. You're not archers. That's useless. Absolutely useless. So our only choice is this one. And by the way, it's a defense break of 5%. Well, magic defense reduction of 5% for 3 seconds. Like, sounds good. The issue is you need to be hit. If this was like when you hit an enemy you have this chance, it would actually be broken, but yeah. But we're going with this. Now, these last choices, like, to be honest, I don't really like them. Like, first of all, when the target legion's unit count is less than 50%, well, I mean, I thought it was your legion because that's how it usually works. But now that I read this in detail, this is actually insane. Yeah, that's a very good one. Like, continuous damage factor, like, I don't know, I think Lilya has like the Scorch, but I don't think it's worth compared to the other talent tree, you know, and this is not. So we're taking this is actually great. And then, yeah, for me, I'm gonna go with this because I'm gonna make this combo. Okay, I'm going with this, so whenever 10 seconds you get 2 extra more hero skill damage, 2 extra more hero skill damage, up to 10%, and then I'm going with this. This for me is probably the highest damage output you can have with Velyn, because as I said, like the march speed reduction is good, but like you already do that with Velyn. Like where is it? Is it the fourth one? Here. March speed reduction, March speed reduction. If you pair him with Waldyr, wait, does he have March speed reduction? No, I think he doesn't. Oh yeah, he does here with the Awaken. So you already have plenty of March speed reduction. Okay, so yeah, here, like the stats are just too low. I prefer the March speed. Hero skill damage, always, and take the damage increased. Now again, extra point. Not worth it. What is this? 2% March speed could be nice. 2% March speed. This one is a bit tricky, to be honest. I think I'm going with this. I tend to pick percent chances with my last point because they usually bring you more value per point because you're counting on a percent chance, you know? Like for example, 0.5% HP, you're not gonna feel it compared to 10 rage with a 10% chance no cooldown. So yeah, this will be my talent 3 for Velyn. Bear in mind, if you're like a bit playing like a, I don't know, like a Kraken, where all you're doing is bring 5 marches, click, smash them, lose them all, retreat, this is not gonna work for you. Because this talent tree requires you to micro the mages, so they survive long in the battlefield enough to stack these 2 buffs, okay? So you gotta bear in mind with that. Next hero I said, it was, where is he? Waldyr. Now why am I going over Waldyr if it's the same as, well, it's not the same as Lilya, okay? Because this guy has the PvP talent tree. Okay, it's not max level. So, like, again, I like this one for mages, but they, like, here, I think you just gotta choose yourself, to be honest. Like, it's, like, full skill talent tree is just the way to go, to be honest. Like, well, is it actually? Let me think about something. Yeah. You just, so again, follow the same path, attack, march speed, don't take the defense. Like, is it free? Okay, then we're resetting it again. March speed, HP, we take this, attack. Like, this is pretty much the same all the time. Skill damage, we get the rage. We get this for the extra 8% damage. We take this one. I'm gonna run out of points soon. Yeah, I'm out of points. So, for me, skills 3 is just too strong to ignore, to be honest. So again, I will take this. I will go all the way to this one. And then for the last one, it's a bit tricky. This this is nice, and it's 3% damage. You may see it, you just see 3%, say like, bro, that's garbage. This is the best stat in the game. Increasing damage increases your normal attack, your counter attack, your skill damage increases everything. The issue with this one is that you need to stack it, but with mages you tend to be alive that long. Now, if you want, like, this is gonna be again more consistent damage output, but this one is the one that's gonna like 2x your damage. The only issue is you have an 8% chance. So this is just up to you. Do you wanna gamble? Go with this one. It's gonna give you more damage, but you need this thing to proc. Do you want to be more consistent with your reports and your damage output? Then go with this one. That's pretty much it. But like, we don't have this option with Lilya because of the peacekeeping talent tree. Okay, and here are the 2 options, and I'm not gonna tell you which one is better because honestly I don't really know. Like again, like, you might, as I said, you might try this in duels. Okay, you might do 100 duels. What if this doesn't proc at all because it's 8% chance? Then you might say, oh, this is garbage, I go this way, you know? But then suddenly someone shows a report with his talent tree here and he's wrecking everyone. It's just at the end RNG. So this is up to you to decide, to be honest. And I'm gonna do one with, where is he? Here, Atheus. This is for your Atheus Theia, okay? That's pretty much it. Like, you're not using this with any other hero. So for me, for these heroes, I'm not going with this one, okay? Neither, I mean, this one maybe. The issue with the Atheus Theia is usually you want to use this march on his own to flank enemies, to maybe kill some gatherers, some stuff like that, because you can benefit from the terrain, okay? If you want to use it like a pure frontline mage DPS, then yeah, go here, that's it. Super easy. But if you want to use him more as a backlane disruptor, for example, or like to kill some gatherers, then what I recommend you to do is you go full PvP talent 3 up to here, and then you grab this, no, not this one. Which one is it? This one. Now you might be asking why don't I take this? First, if you're on the backline, the likelihood that you're gonna get benefit from the AoE damage is minimal, okay? Usually it's like single marches going there or like a resource node that you're gonna hit. And that's only one march. So this 8% chance turns out to be actually 0% chance, okay? Because we don't want really anything from this, we're not pushing up to this one, and we're pushing all the way here. Here you must take this is super good, 1.5% flat more damage is great, and here the same, okay? When your relation is in the field and their unit count is less than 50%, 3% extra damage bonus, super good. Here we're taking march speed. So with this talent 3, we're having 10%, 6%, 10%, 10%, 10%, okay? Like, your units will fly, okay? Like, they will literally fly. Plus, if you want further march speed, you can take this. This is only if you're killing gatherers on the backline. If you're trying to fight like another, like, for example, reinforcement marches, then go for this, because the attack will help you trade a bit better. But if you're just killing gatherers, this is gonna help you. At some point, you will be so annoying to the enemy that they will send people to hunt you down. And then your priority is to run away fast enough so you can use terrain to escape. So for example, let's say here. Okay, let's say someone is farming these gem nodes. You come with your celestials, you hit it, you kill him, then you kill here. They start to coming, okay? So now your play is to run away through this terrain to the other side, okay? And that's where the march speed from jumping out of the node might help you. Otherwise, take the attack is gonna benefit you more, okay? Hope this was helpful. See you in the next one.